Honorable Men Discord. Rick Ross says no more bots. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So, if you haven't been following, if you didn't notice, 50 Cent and Rick Ross have been going back and forth for the longest. It's been a couple years now, and it just hasn't stopped. At one point in time, 50 Cent was doing skits where he put on a Jerry Curl wig, and he was doing skits called Pimpin' Curly, and he's been going at Rick Ross since then. But Rick Ross is witty enough to go again to go up against 50 Cent, which I actually love that fact that Rick Ross, to me, Rick Ross is hilarious. He has personality, he has charisma. 50 Cent has personality. 50 Cent is also funny, and 50 Cent has met his match. Out of everybody he's going against, I say what you want. Out of all the people 50 Cent is going against, Rick Ross always rises to the occasion and has quick comebacks. But with that being said, this is 50 Cent's Instagram, and as you can see, he's put LOL. He got away with it for a while, but it's over now. Jig is up. 20 features under 10,000 sales. Damn boy, it's over. So he's talking about Rick Ross's Set in Stone album, which I will say, when I first listened to it, it didn't connect. But the more I listen to it, especially you got to listen to that album in a ride. You have to listen to that album with the system, preferably one with bass. That album is incredible. It's funny, when I first covered this, when I was doing the episode on the Set in Stone, I did an episode. It was called "Grudges Are Set in Stone." It was when I was covering Rick Ross and the DC Young Fly. At that time, I only sat on the album for maybe, I think, 1 or 2 listens, and I was like, it was better than the previous album, but I didn't think it was one of my favorites. And now I'm putting it up there with Mastermind. Mastermind is probably my favorite Rick Ross album, along with Teflon Don. But this album is there, right there with Mastermind. And there's a couple Rick Ross albums that I like. I'll be honest with you, I'm a big Rick Ross fan. Yeah. With that being said, this has been going on for a while. If you go to 50 Cent's Instagram, I'm pretty sure if you scroll down, you'll probably see some other posts previous to this one that I'm showing you, where 50 Cent was going at Rick Ross. But since then, 50 Cent, went again at him, right? Big posts as Rick Ross blames fake bot numbers for poor Set in Stone first week sales, right? And as you can see what 50 Cent put, he put, nah, that shit was trash, bro. Get the F out of here, right? 50 Cent is hilarious, man. 50 Cent is hilarious. But here's where, listen, I'm a fan of both of them, and we're a long way away from when 50 Cent dropped Get Rich or Die Trying. Different set of rules. Back then, physical CDs were still selling. Print was still moving. When 50 Cent debuted after he signed with Shady Aftermath, 50 Cent was on the cover of Double XL magazine along with Dre and Eminem. Different time. Magazine, I don't think magazines move like that anymore. I don't even know what magazines are still out. Is Double XL still out? And I'm not taking a shot at Double XL. They may still be out, but how relevant are they right now when you have TikTok and other digital means to find your information and get content right at your fingertips on your cell phone? So it's a different time. So in all fairness, to talk about Rick Ross's album sales, I don't know. You could say, well, there's fans buying other artists' albums. That's true, but Rick Ross has always aimed his albums at his core fan base. He has a core group of people that religiously, like myself, he doesn't even have to put out a single. If I find out Rick Ross has an album, he could do a blind drop, and I'm going to download it because I love his music. I love his energy. He's consistent in his pocket. He knows his pocket. He stays in it, and Set in Stone is that album. He's in his pocket. Especially, like I said, you got to listen to it with the lights low, with a system, preferably with bass. Those of you, if you have JBL portable speakers, throw your JBL speakers, sync your JBL speakers together, and just let that album rock. I'm telling you, that album is a solid album. I wouldn't even care about record sales, to be honest with you. If you're a true hip hop fan, you don't necessarily care. You're not playing an album and saying, well, this is not selling. It's either you like it or you don't. I don't go by sales as a fan. Now, the artist that cares about sales and needs the sales to make a dollar to support their family, that's different. Rick Ross has other ventures that he attends to. You know, the real estate, the franchises, the restaurants. You know, the Checkers, the Wingstop, so on and so forth. So Rick Ross is not stressing album sales. And you might say, how do you know he's not stressing it? I know because, well, I don't know for certain. All right, I don't know for certain, but I know because it's clear that he does this out of passion. He's passionate about rap music. You can hear it in his music. I mean, just listen to this album, and he hasn't lost a step. He hasn't lost one step. Incredible. I love this album. This album might end up being my favorite Rick Ross album. I'm not gonna say that right now, right this minute, but it's on its way to being my favorite album. Because Mastermind was my favorite album. Mastermind was incredible to me. All right, and that's not to say his other albums weren't incredible in its own right. But with that being said, Rick Ross responds to 50 Cent, and this is what he said.
I said on my story yesterday, 22,000 the first week, 20 the second week. Those drastic fall-offs, guys, that you see with a lot of those other artists is when the numbers are inflated. The bots. To me, the new flex is no bots. Keep it genuine. Keep it pure. Let the music fight any battles. You understand? Come on now. This the biggest boss. I'm letting niggas know. Do the long game, baby. That's how we hustling. That's how we winning. We here 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? Those G-Unit sneakers gonna be in Costco, baby. I like the Lloyd Banks ones better than all the other ones. Them other niggas ain't even got no sneakers. But 50, give Lloyd Banks his own high top sneaker. And since the Shreveport shit ain't happening no more, you know what I'm saying? You can focus on the sneakers. And for example, if those numbers not inflated, why can't these same people with all these followers sell other products outside of the music? Why their sneakers can't sell? Why their alcohol can't sell? Why this can't sell? Nigga, if you genuinely gotten a gazillion people that could do this with your music the first week, why everything else you do outside of music is unsuccessful? Now, the new flex is no bots. You the boat, nigga. That's what Ricky Rose is. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? As I said on my story yesterday, 22,000 the first week, 20 to...
All right, it's repeating. Listen, I know they say numbers don't lie. In a lot of cases, that is true. But your ears don't lie either. All right? Numbers don't lie. That's true. But your ears don't lie either. That Rick Ross album, Set in Stone, is a phenomenal album. It's a vibe. I love it. Based out. Again, listen to it in the system before you say the album. You don't like the album. And don't say you don't like the album because you're a 50 Cent fan. Listen, I'm from Queens. I'm a 50 Cent fan. I'm a G-Unit fan. I had all the mixtapes back in the days, all the Who Kid mixtapes. There wasn't a Who Kid mixtape that I missed. And those of you that know about Jamaica Avenue, which is no longer the same, you know, it's not the same anymore. But back when it was popping with the mixtapes, I was out there getting the G-Unit mixtapes religiously. I was out there so often buying mixtapes that they had nothing new for me because I kept buying mixtapes too often. But with that being said, I don't have any Queens bias. I don't have any New York bias when it comes to Rick Ross. Rick Ross makes incredible music. It's either you like his brand or you don't. Miss me with the CO talk. You know, I'm here for the music. The man delivers. The man delivers time and time again. He delivers from his business acumen is one to be saluted. And that's one of the reasons why when I listen to him, I get motivated. He has that gym music. He has that, you know, pick up some weights and get busy, you know, and he's been consistently doing it all the way throughout. So miss me with the numbers. I'm fine with his numbers. He's fine with his numbers. He's not stressing it. Again, it's a slow burn. You know, he sees the bigger picture, as I think we all should. But as far as the back and forth between he and 50, I think it's hilarious. They're both hilarious. You know, as long as it doesn't come to a physical altercation, I'm here for it. I'm gonna keep reporting it. But listen to that album. Listen to Set in Stone. And if you don't like it, let me know in the comments what you don't like about it. If you do like it, let me know your favorite record. I have a few favorite. 23. Oof, 23 in the system. If you got a car with a system, put 23 on and put that on repeat. Put that on repeat. Matter of fact, let me see something. Let's get to it real quick. All right. I'm gonna tell you right now. Face Down with Rich the Kid. Goodness. Right. Face Down is Purple Fentanyl. 23. Nino Breezy killed Chain of Command. Oh my. Remarkable Hustle. Leon Thomas. Listen, Young Miami killed. She killed track number 17. She's My Star. She killed it. This album, listen, like I said, before the summer's out, this might be my favorite Rick Ross album. And then he has some incredible mixtapes from back in the days. Rick Ross he's that guy. I don't care what anyone says. I'm a Rick Ross fan. But listen, that's my thoughts on this lighthearted episode. As always, I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.